What's up, people? We are at Coppermart today, and I am on Wolvik, the SK I've created for Order of Draconis, to be my SK, and I have a cleric also, Morathi. I think I'm gonna do the cleric first instead of the druid. Ice cream. Awesome. There's one real freaking item I want. It's not pre-planar, but it will be planar eventually. It is a... Oops, shit, I broke my glasses. It is an SK only sword from Hate. Hopefully nobody grabbed it. I saw it in her inventory. Procs Boil Blood, I think. I can't remember. I had to look. Let me see. I am on the wrong deal. I'm still on the wrong deal. The hell? There we go. That's when I was recording that video yesterday about the guild. Alright. Hi! Okay, hello. Let me see. Please have that sword. It's the first thing. I mean, there are high-end items on here, but all I want really is that sword. That's the main thing. That sword. Please, nobody bought my sword. Somebody got my sword! Damn it! It's either the Blood Earring or Rage. Dragonbone Bracelet is also pre-planar because it drops off the dragons themselves. So, Dwarven Warp Boots. Let me see. Well, shit. And I have the button unchecked. So, and they got limitations, 3 of them on here. So, I mean, that's not for use with this guy, but there was something on this one I wanted. I can't remember what it was. Oh, the Sharkbone Hammer, yeah. These wisdom rings. Done. Buy that shit off of them. I'm lucky I got this name. I had a cleric on P99 with this name, and my buddy apparently tried to steal the name, usurper my name like he did my original character, I had a main mage. The first character I ever made on EverQuest when I started was Valdric, and he stole that for a mage. And he made a druid named Wilvik, but apparently he got the wrong spelling because this is the correct spelling. Dino, if you're watching, you got the wrong spelling, dude. I got Wilvik. And nobody sent me a tell whoever bought that freaking sword. Did I see anybody holding that sword? It had to be an SK, or they bought it for their SK. Dagnabbit. The only item I wanted, so I wouldn't have to go to hate to get it later. Oh shit. I gotta make a hotkey for Order Draconis now. Letting people know what it's about. So, dagnabbit. Every time, I bet you Gopher got it. Yeah, no, that's Razanize. I bet you he got it. There's been 2 other items. Every freaking time, it's the only item that I want. He ends up picking that item. I mean, I've even been second in line, and he still got the item that I wanted. It'll be some random thing that nobody else really normally would want, and he gets it. Like, I didn't expect anybody to pick that freaking sword over this, you know, Blood Earring of Rage. So, I'm not going to be using it on this character, but dang. Alfred's made ice cream, but I can't eat it because apparently I've eaten too much or something. Are these got any stacks on? Nope. It's the meal. Melt in my bag and stick everything together. I did a petition this morning, or a while ago, because if you look, okay, Mithril two-hander, it has a 31% worn haste. Okay, it's not a proc, it's a worn haste. Yet, on your stats, when you don't have any kind of haste whatsoever, it's going to say haste 100%, which is natural innate haste. I have a 26%, but that's because of Swift Like the Wind that an enchanter gave me. For some reason, you know, and an item plus a spell stacks. But for some reason, the sword is not registering as a haste item. And that's BS. So I petitioned, so either it's not registering at all, or the stat page isn't picking it up. So either way, it needs to be fixed. Get a glitch coin off of that. Hopefully they can fix it, because I want my 31% haste for this two-hander. It's the whole freaking point of it. Of course, he's wearing full Dark Forge. And that is a sweet look. And I have a skull-shaped barbet too. Yeah, it's silver though. Who got my freaking sword? I had to bought it for an alt because there's no SKs here in line holding it or using it. There ain't no SKs in line but me. Navari, that's a wood elf. Monks, clerics, shaman, beast lord, ranger, another cleric. No, that's a druid. Wolfgate. He's a wolf and he gates. And I grabbed this little shark bone warhammer because it's actually listed as the best in the slot. One primary, secondary for a monk. And it's for somebody else too. I've got another class, but yeah, thing's freaking 3 pounds a piece. But they got it as best in slot for a monk. I mean, there's got to be better than that. pre-classic for a monk. I do my own research on that. Because I did look at, what was it? I went into the equipment section and I clicked one-hand slash. And then, excuse me, I clicked Shadow Knight, and then I clicked at the top where it says click this to see all pre-Kunark and remove Velois and Kunark items. Well, when you click that, it still shows some Kunark items. It had like green mist on there. It had it had quite a few things that were Kunark, but it also had, which would have been best in slot one-hand slash, I think, was the Edge of Envelopment, not Edge of Envelopment, Edge of Nightmare, Edge of something that drops off one of the generals in Kithakor when you kill him. But I looked it up, and even though it's in a classic zone, that particular mob is a spawned mob, so it only pops when you spawn it for the rogue epic, and the epics didn't come out to Kunark, so it's not really a classic item either, even though it drops off in a classic zone, because the mob itself didn't exist until the epics were brought in, because you have to make him pop by turning something in. But it was a damn nice sword. And there's a couple for sale here in the bazaar. I'm thinking of buying one just for the time when we actually increase. Because at some point, even prior to going past 52, I'm thinking I would like to just allow epics, go get your epic. Because your epics are clicky, especially like a cleric clicky res is clickable at 51. So we could use that, and that we need that anyway, because I'm probably going to try to get it on my cleric, because that's your 96 res, and a cleric won't get a 96 res prior to, what is it, 54, 56. So that's the only way we're going to have 96 res is with a 52 lock-in. Plus, I'd love to have a Shadow Knight epic on a 52. It's going to require people using their mains and stuff to help do it, probably, but I definitely want it on the SK. I definitely want it on the cleric. Shaman would be freaking awesome. Not so much the druid. It'd be great for a monk. Well, anybody's epics would be great, I guess, at 52. A mage, can you imagine a mage with that fucking pet at 52? Oh my god. And the Beast Lords would be just freaking amazing for those gluey claws. That would be awesome. That'd just be best in slot weapons right there for a Beast Lord, period. And the SKs would be best in slot for their weapon. It would top Mithril by far. Oh shit, this is the only pair of glasses I can use to read good or see good without being something up close. Fucking broke on me again. Break out the super glue. And I don't know what strength these are because they're so old it's rubbed off. It's probably like a 125, something like that. 120. Oh, I'm tired. I've been meaning to do Totemic today, but I got sidetracked going through all the banks trying to see who had the most pieces already of Totemic and trying to research whether or not any kind of faction would affect doing the Totemic, because like with Roe, you have to be amiable with whatever character you're getting, or you can't get the mold for this stuff. So I'm going to have to do it on a good character, and it's going to have not bad faction, so that the guy will hand the person the molds who is trying to make it. Once you make the stuff, it's not lower or no drop. Well, it's lower, some of it. It's not no drop, so you can hand it off. It's just to quest it, you got to have the right factions. And that seems to be the difficult part for Rogue, because you got to have the faction, then they'll tell you if the guy doesn't have the right faction, you have to go build it with that particular character, and they're not all the same. Each guy that gives you pieces is on a different faction. So that's going to be weird, trying to do that if I do it. That might not even be worth See if anybody's got it for sale, just to save the freaking headache on it. What's the name of that freaking sword? I want it. Oh shit, I don't know if we got it. It was soul something. Getting a wince message, but nothing's taking damage. Alright. What is Bejeweled Knuckles? Nothing. Okay. It's probably gonna be so I can get my hero bracer. Obsidian bead hoop. I think that was one of the items. Yeah, I'll buy that just for the heck of it. I gotta research that. Alright, well that's all I am going to. Here's Marathi. All I'm going to do today, I really just wanted that freaking sword. I gotta put armor on her. Yeah, what I was saying is I had plans on doing that, but then I got into trying to look for parts in the bank, realized I had more stuff on Grim than I had on Bajira, and some of them were pain in the ass pieces, so I decided to just I'm going to do it with him. And I think I have enough to do from between the two of them when I was farming in Sol A. So only problem with this is I gotta make medium banded. It takes medium banded, which doesn't say medium banded, it's just plain banded. But what I'm about to do is, I was looking here on Wolvik. I'm going to use him to do blacksmithing, to do Dark Elf cultural armors. And I was happy when I found out that blacksmithing at level 1 can go to 250, so I don't have to keep leveling to gain a few more points, level to get a few more points in blacksmithing. I could just have fun, go to sit down and start power leveling the hell out of blacksmithing. But pre-planer, I cannot wear it yet because it came out at the same time that Epic's did in September 2001. No, I think it was 2000. September of 2000. So, I don't know, maybe not. We'll see. If we allow epics, allow cultural armors, because they are better than the older stuff, and if you have the right person to craft it, if I can craft Dark Elf, people can buy that stuff from me. If you're a Dark Elf, or even if you're a Bard of Interrook, you can wear the Dark Elf stuff. So that's Clerics, SKs, Bards, can even make the chain that casters can wear. Mages can wear chain, which is weird. But there's not a cloth version though. Oh, and since I already have a 59 Dark Elf Cleric, I don't have to wait till Marathi gets up to level 29. I can just use the other Cleric to imbue my sapphires for me to do all the armor pieces with. I think I've already got a few stacks of shadow stuff. All the times I farm J-boots and junk, and I have farmed J-boots and the scythe and stuff to do harvesters. I've just stockpiled all those essence of shadow that have dropped. And I know on P99, when you're going in there farming those mages to get the focus items, man, they drop freaking elf blood like, I mean, like they should if you're killing them, you know. But on here, they don't drop it as much. But I found out that I did have like a stack and a half in the bank, so that's good. But I need to go farm a shitload more so that I can. I'll work his brewing up too, so I'll do everything on him, including making the tempers. Excuse me, and be able to make that Dark Forge. I mean, Dark Elf shit. Yeah, that'd be freaking awesome. Matter of fact, this name Wolvik goes way back to when I first started EverQuest back in Classic. It had to have been right when Kunark opened up or whatever. There was a Dark Elf guild on Zev, and I cannot for the life of me remember what it. I was in it once, but it was some weird name, and they only allowed Dark Elves or evil associated races, not Ixar. And you had to speak in Dark Elf, so you had to go down to your chat windows and stuff. You had to turn everything on Dark Elf, so other people couldn't understand you unless they knew what it was saying. And it was a strictly Dark Elf. And I remember it being it's so awesome because you'd be in Nectalis Forest on that new blog, you know, what's called the new blog, right by the path where right now there's a halfling that spawns there by a tree. Which the one I was killing a lot on Stankfinger. Well, that guild would hang out in the zone. I mean, back then you had a ton of people leveling. It's kind of like, I guess when Green started, where you had people freaking everywhere, you know. So you go into Nectalis Forest, and there was a lot of people always leveling low-level Dark Elves and stuff. And you would have this guild would just be standing around, and they'd put buffs on people. But I remember their main cleric was named Wolvik. And he stood up there on that fucking log in full freaking Dark Elf cultural. I thought that was just the shiznits. That was, I was like, God, that is the coolest looking stuff. And this is back before these graphics, you know. These were old P99 classic style graphics, and those cultural helms, you know, didn't look like this. They just looked like the skull with the horns or whatever. Yeah, that's the thing I don't like about these new graphics for the females. They give them a skull helm, but it's more like a face mask. It doesn't have the horn sticking off of it, which in my opinion makes it look stupid. They need to refix that and give it some horns, or at least give it the cultural version. That, see, this is a Velous graphic right here. This is what the males look like with the Velous helms. Now the females had this high-end almost bug-looking carapace point on top of their head, and I don't know. It was a shitload cooler than what they. Let me show you. I have a skull-shaped bar boot on me. I hand it to her and put it on her and show you what I'm talking about. Okay. Let me turn her graphic on. Show how nice. Okay, it's full, but it's just a skull. I mean, it ain't that bad, but damn, if it had the horns, it would be so much better. You see, I think it kind of looks almost goofy. It's just, I don't know. It's not my cup of tea. Let me get rid of this cellos so I ain't floating. I mean, lay apart. Ta-da! See, that just with those teeth and all, it don't look right. Female dark elves are just sexy as hell without the graphics turned on. With that white hair and everything, once you get armor on them, boy, they got these chests full of huge shoulder pads. They look good with the armor on. My other cleric looks great. She's got like Donald's chest pieces, Donald's legs, bracer, all that stuff. So I think I'll go with the last day that I had on Valdric, and me and my buddies all had on live. It was Scarsoul. Our last name Scarsoul. We had like a family. It was Valdric Scarsoul, Ulrich Scarsoul, Dust Scarsoul, Barabbas Scarsoul, Theodane Scarsoul, I think Lilith Scarsoul. Yeah, it was like we all used the exact same last name, so we was like a dark elf family. I'll probably do that with my tunes on here. If I do the druid, it'll be a female. I'll give her white hair, wood elf, and I'll probably name her something Indigo Slave or some shit like that, you know. Or I just might not do her and just use my current Lorelei for buffs on the side instead of having to power level or work up another druid, and then let somebody else be a druid for the groups, and I'll just use mine while I'm leveling or whatever, just instead of running another one. That way I'm only running two. That damage shield and stuff can be from somebody else. Let them play the druid at their best ability, which is what I would prefer. Now, I've always been a main cleric or something like that. Like my original Taki was a halfling cleric. Then I made Taki on this server dark elf cleric. She's the one that's 59. And but the one back on P99, she's like epic or whatever. But it's gonna be a pain in the ass to get the epic. I'm probably gonna need help to get it at 52 on a cleric. But I should be able to do it. It's just too bad. I mean, it's great you can't multi-quest because people don't lock in and farm the pieces and keep people from doing their epics like P99. Those assholes over there, all they want to do is, you know, sit on a mob and get the piece and then charge you out the ass to turn it in for you and or dilute it and all that crap. I hate that. Alright, I'm going to end this one right here, and I'm going to get her geared up, get all her armor transferred over to her. I'm not sure if I'll dye it. I mean, it should be bright silver, I think, is what the cleric armor is. But I might end up dyeing it the colors of the Dark Forge, and then dyeing the slots I have either the purple. If y'all haven't guessed yet, Ulrich is my trader on here, and you know, it's ULRIKK, the dark elf that stands right over here in the bright ass purple. That's my trader. That's one of my traders. Okay, but I might go ahead and dye his slots. Like if you want to always have this armor color, all you gotta do is go into your dye window here. Or if you want to maintain or know what the color codes are, just put your pointer over whatever, or click on whatever it is. See, and it says R equals 73, G equals 7, B equals 1. So when you do this right here, you have these slide bars, and all you got to do is match the numbers that they got over here. Like 90. Sometimes you can't get the exact number. I don't care how barely you slide it, you'll never get the exact number. I don't know why. You get one number before it or one number after. See, I can get 66 and 69. I can never get anything closer. Or 96. See, I do 96, and what did I say? 7. Go down to 7. See, there's another thing on here. You can never get true black. See, I can only get 6 or 9. I can't get 7 or 8. You can click on true black, or if you look at an item, see, like this wrist says black. It says 000. If you set it over here for 000 and you save it, it's automatically going to bump it to like 16, 16, 16. And you're not going to have that true black. It will not let you get true black. I don't know why. It's stupid. Alright, and let's see, this is the red, okay, and B1, so B1. Can I even get B1? There's B0. It probably won't let me have that 0. 9. Hello, can you go? I can barely even see that. That blue against that black is fucking hard. You should be able to like do this and type a number in. And you can't, or can you? Yeah, you can. Wait a minute. Back, 1. Oh, it does fucking work. I didn't know that. Okay, and I said, what did I say? 7. I've tried this before and it didn't work. Now it's working. 7. Holy shit. Alright, well, I learned something. That's 73. Why did I have 96? Damn it. Okay, 73. See, now it gives you the same color code as over here, and you would accept that, and that would die that slot. This would show, you see, accept, boom, and but I don't have no die, so I can't save it. But if you saved it, then from now on, no matter which armor, see, this is the color codes for the armor you're wearing. This is the color codes for the slots of your armor. So if you set these slots to match whatever it is you like over here or whatever, then no matter what you throw on will always have that color for you. So I could change that helmet to skull-shaped barb root and it would still remain that same color. I know y'all all know how it works. I'm just saying in case somebody didn't. But yeah, like I have that recipe for purple that's on the other one. My original Taki cleric back on live was a halfling, and I had her armor. It was purple, that purple that he has, and pink. So it was pink legs, I think, pink arms, and the rest of it that purple. So, oh well, it was role playing a halfling female cleric. What do you expect? Had a ball with that tune. But you see, I might end up putting the same colors on her so that they match. Evil, they're both in a rook, of course. Let me get out of that. Oh, here's another deal. If you ever get an illusion thing, say like the illusion mask deceiver in your bard, especially if you're a cat bard, don't fuck with your face. Don't go here. I mean, you can do that too. If you go into Dark Elf Illusion, then you click the face deal, you can change the illusion's look. But if you're on a Shire, it is so glitchy and screwed up that when you come back out of it, all of your armor will be gone. Your entire body won't even have a claw or an armor texture. It'll just be a solid freaking color patch of whatever color you have selected. So until you set it back to its original default mask deal, all your stuff will just be jacked up. It is weird. But other than that, yeah, you can alter it. But by altering illusion faces, it also in turn alters what you had chosen as your default natural character stuff selection. So whatever you are naturally, like whatever I am right now, has a mirror reflection into illusions that sets the illusion to look like it does when you click on it. If you alter that, then you're altering this. If you alter your face here, the next time you click the illusion, it will look different too, because there's like each thing is linked to another thing, you know. So you change one, you change the other. And that's another. If I got that wood elf, eventually I'd probably put a Mask of Deceiver on her, so she could be a dark elf druid. Oh well. All right. I said I was in it, but I didn't in it. It's 35 minutes. Okay. I got not what I wanted, but I got something. Something I did want. I did want the hammer. The bracer is good for now until I can get my hero brace requested. I have the shackle. I just haven't went and turned it in. I need to go do it again. And this is an actual pre-planar item because this drops off Nagi or Vox. So that will work. Oh, and also it shows it on I think it's the Pally that shows it as best in slot is a Rune Boister belt. Now you would think that come later, but not. And why was everybody say flowing black silken sash if one of them says Rune Boister belt? That's because that belt drops off Vox or Nagi. So it's technically a pre-planar item. But so why doesn't it say that for every class? This is why I was telling you that some of the stuff is not right, or it's just you got to do some of your own research, like robes that are Kunart, and you can't wear that now. So some of the items are not planar or not pre-Kunart. So either somebody didn't understand what the hell they were supposed to be putting down there, or somebody adjusted it later, didn't know what the hell they were doing, or whatever. But yeah, you can get a Rune Boister belt, 31 haste, and be just fine. Hey, see, that don't make no sense. Look at here. It still says 26. Okay. I'm going to take the belt off. This is a 31% haste. I'm going to take it off. Okay. Or is it maybe at a level wise or something? I don't know. I take off another 31% haste. I go back, and it still says 126. Now I have, let me take off Swift Like the Wind. See, it goes back to 100% haste. So now let's see if I put on the sword. Okay, I don't need to go. I can do it down here. It goes to 10%. Okay, let's see. Let me put on the belt and see what happens. It goes still. It's 10%. Well, these are two items giving me 31% haste. So if I take off the sword, it still says 10%. If you're at 100% innately with nothing else, and you add an item that says 31%, shouldn't you be at 131%? Then if you add a spell on top of that, whatever that spell percent is, shouldn't that add to the percentage? That doesn't make sense to me. I bet you, let me see if this changes. I'm going to bring Grim over here and hit with me celerity. I had him celerity, but that enchanter's haste overrid it, even though mine's a longer duration and I think a higher haste, because maybe hers had a tap power built into it. Okay, let's see. What is it when it lands? Boom, 26. 126. I will have to keep watching that and see if it goes up with my levels, because I'm still only level 1. But I figured I'd get the full extent of something when it was on me. I don't know. Ooh, look at there. Look at that beautiful bow. Runed oak bow. I was running through South Carolina to go to the AVX and get that charm for the crafted, and I'm running by the centaur, and I just happened to click on him, and it's that freaking named centaur. And I'm like, oh shit, I can get a bow. And I killed him real quick, and he had the rune bow on him. So yeah, I got a badass bow now. That's actually one of the best in the slot for a ranger. That, true shot, which you make, and the rain caller, which you make by turning in the true shot in another quest. But I need it for him for, like that, 125 range for pulling. Hell, I can pull that shit, get back, turn around, wait, cast a dot on it on the incoming, instead of having to get so freaking close for a dot, and then having them cast back on me. Oh well. I also got a yak here for my one hand for now. Not what am I saying? Yak? What is a yak? Is it? No, it's short sort of the Yakisha. Why am I saying yak? I guess it is. I don't know. Where's that coming from? Soy is what these were always called. S-O-Y. What was a fucking yak? Something is a yak. Ah, shit. I don't remember what that yak would be. It's my head chopper. Oh, and I got my trader's got a one of them 9-strength shields. I got to get a Mistmore shield too for the resists that are on it. Oh, I'm tired. All right, guys. Oh well, I look too. We'll keep rambling. This is awesome. Okay, General tab. I started adding it up, and basically when AAs hit, you can get over 200 and something AA just from General tab. If you go full ranks on all this stuff. Now some of the stuff you can't have, like it's like 59, 59, 59, delayed death, 66, escorted. See, but when you get to right here, first aid down, well, not fletching mastery, first aid, harm touch, apparently at level 40, we can make another hotkey, get another rank in it at level 40. You know, it's a free button when you start for harm touch, or if you're a paladin, it'd be lay on hands. You got to go into your AA and make a button. But apparently, they added another rank to it, and it says level 40. So that's good. So agility all the way down, lung capacity. Now that's going to be great. Run speed. So once you get run speed, you ain't got to worry about freaking sows indoors or all that junk. Innate wisdom. Now, look, check this out. Mystical attuning at 51. You can get the extra, let's see, it increases the number of mystical effects that you can get at once by 1 per rank. We can have another 5 buff slots. Right now we're locked in at 15, so you can get buff lock with 15 buff locks. But once you put 5 into this, you can have 20 freaking buffs. New tannin skills can go up past 250. Origin, of course, you got to be 5. Can't get pack rat 61. All that's 61. 59 salvage. And at 60, that's salvage. Tailoring match. So you can't get any of that. And there are no archetypes nor class deals that you can get at 51. So the only deal you can use is 200 and something. If you want to do it, 200 and something freaking points can be put into a level 52. And of course, there are the augs and what do you call it? Illusion, not illusion, but yeah, graphic changes you can put on your weapons and your armor and shit like that. And it costs so many freaking AAs, so you can build those AAs up and go to that little vendor in POK and you can buy like a badass shield aug or a badass weapon aug or something like that that makes your guy unique and look pretty cool. So there's a lot you can do once you get to a level and you lock in to have fun. I mean, it's just got to be your mindset if that's the kind of stuff you like. And that's what I like. I like not worrying about leveling no more. Go kill, farm, do whatever I want to do. Ranking up AAs, getting better that way. You'll have your freaking title. You'll have max title at level 52 easily. So, hell, you can do Kale raids and get Kale armors too eventually, but and still be able to do dragons. Hell, with all them AAs, you'll probably be able to do other dragons even without changing your level. Alright guys, well I'm going to get off of here now. I will see you on the next one. Hope you got what you wanted at Coppermart. Later.